Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. And today we're going to be having some fun with the Pilates ring. So you'll want to have that. And then the other thing I'm going to suggest if you're someone that has a deep curve here, so you're kind of like this, in the spine, we're not going to be doing seated roll downs and roll ups today. But if you feel like your hips shift around when you do certain exercises, you might still want that little folded up mat or a hand towel as a way to support yourself. You might get a little bit more of a connection back here and make some of the exercises more effective. So just as an FYI. That being said, let's go ahead and get started. So from here, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my ring and I'm just going to hold it. And I'm standing about feet hip width apart. So hip, knees, and toes are going to track here. They're going to be in parallel. And then I'm just going to let that chin and head come straight down. I'm just getting a stretch down the back of the neck here. And as you inhale, you still want to expand that rib cage. And then we'll come back up and we'll take that all the way back to your ability. Try to keep the mouth closed. You want to stretch right under here. And coming back to center, left ear, left shoulder. Now notice if this shoulder wants to creep up or come forward, and could you take it down and back if that's something it wants to do? Good. And coming back center. Good. Right ear, right shoulder. Keeping that left shoulder down and back. Good. And coming center. And just roll this out. Good. All right. So from here, let's go into a little bit of side bend. I've got my ring here. I'm going to take it up overhead. Big inhale. I'm going to press lightly into the ring, but not too much. And then I'm just going to take a side bend over to the left. As I come to the left, I'm pressing through the right side. And I want to avoid a front shoulder collapse here. So you want to open that up. Good. And coming back in. Again, we've got that little pressure into the ring. We'll take that over to the right, pressing to the left side. And coming all the way back up. Good. From here, when you're ready, we're just holding and we're just rotating. So for these, you can let the hips move with you. The knees will just do what they need to do. And then if you want this to be a little bit more challenging, keep the hips forward and keep the rotation in the torso. Okay, now another way you can do that, you can take your ring and put it right here, right at the sternum. Good. And rotate. And again, I'm keeping my hips forward. So I'm only rotating at the torso. Good. And then from here, we'll come back down. Let's do a side bend with the ring here. So I'm going to take my ring. So I'm not really in the center of the calf muscles here, but I do want to be up from the ankles. And I'm going to turn the feet and legs out just a little bit here. So I've got some pressure into the ring. Good. And then from here, hands to the waist. They can be up, they can be out. Take them where you need. Good. So this is going to open a little bit here when you come in. And then they're going to squeeze when you come back up. And we'll come out and press. And out and press. And notice how this is warming up the glutes, the outer glutes, right around the gluteal fold. A couple more. And another thing to help here too, anytime you're squatting, you want hip, knee, and toe to track. Your knee tracks more towards the pinky toe side. So you want to be able to press to the outer edges of the foot and not collapse the inner arches. It makes a huge difference. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good. Now I'm going to leave that ring there. I'm now in parallel. And all I'm going to do here is I'm going to lift up and lower. Now, if the ring makes this too intense or it's just not comfortable at all for you, then release that ring. Good. The ring gives it more intensity, more challenge, but the exercise itself does not depend on the ring. Good. So now we're going to reverse some of that stuff. I'm going to take my feet and legs on the inside of this ring. So again, good. I'm going to turn out just a little bit here. So hips, knees, and toes are turning out. Good. I've got pressure in the ring. Good. So, and then I'm going to come here. So it's actually harder when you take the bends. It's easier when you come back up now that the legs are on the inside. And one more time. Good. Now, coming back, we're going to take this into parallel. We're going to find that footwork again. So coming up and up, and we're strengthening the ankles, working on balance. You can always hold on to something here if you need to. Pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounts. Good. And we will step out of here. Good. I'm going to put this ring to the side. We're going to do some standing roll downs right into Pilates push-up. Excuse me. I am recovering from COVID. If for no other reason, I'm just so happy that I can breathe through my nose, right? So you can take feet parallel hip width apart. That's going to be easiest. Zipping together in parallel is going to be a little bit more challenging. Your Pilates V is going to be the most challenging here. So be mindful where you need to be. We're standing up nice and tall, ears, shoulders, hips, ankles as best as we can. Zipping up. I'm going to take my arms up today, and I'm going to round and come forward here like I'm trying to dive over a beach ball. And I'm still pressing into my feet and my legs. And I want to try not to shift the hips back. Good. Now, from here, we're just going to come right up. I'm pressing legs and feet into the floor. So they're taking the load, not my back. And I'm going to open up here just a little bit of a back. Good. Let's walk that out into the plank, taking it into Pilates push-ups. Inhale, exhale, and we'll round. Arms stay by the ears. Coming down, walking that out. Knees can be down or lifted. Find a good plank. And then from here, the tricep push-up, we'll go 1, 2, walk it back. Knees can be bent as you walk back if need to. Stop the hips over the ankles, pressing in, coming up, and we'll open. And we'll go again, and reach, and round. Walking that out, finding your good plank, knees lifted or lowered, elbows turning in. Good. And we'll go 1, and we'll go 2, and walking it back. Stopping hips over the ankles. You can walk the hands back up here as well if you'd like. Arms will come up, and we'll open, open, open. One more time. We'll stay down this time. Big inhale, exhale, and diving over. Okay. Walking it out to your point, to the plank. Good. Find your good plank. And here we go. Push up 1, woo, and push up 2. And drop those knees. Come back, little child pose. Good. Once you're ready, coming to all fours here. Let's take this into some nice cat cows. So I'm pressing away. Knees are under the hips. They can be slightly wider if you've got a cranky low back. Belly button is in. Inhale, chest forward, pelvis tilts back, looking forward. There's your cow pose. Exhale, round, looking towards the thighs, mad cat. Inhale, extension. Exhale, flexion. Inhale. Exhale, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Now, if you need to come back and decompress the wrist, go ahead and do that. And you can do this at any time when we're doing something on the hands. If you need to, just remember when you need to wait there, you want the hands to be flat on your mat. So coming back here, we're going to take this into a tail wag, So I'm going to bend that left knee. Good. Now from here, I'm going to let that left foot, come to the left as I look over my left shoulder. So I'm getting a side bend right here. Okay. Now I'm going to look over the right shoulder. I'm going to let that left ankle go to the right. And here's 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6. Good. Now you can come back and decompress. We're going to take that to the other side. So when you're ready, coming back to all fours, we'll put a bend in the right knee now. Good. Right foot is going to go to the right as you look over the right shoulder, looking towards that foot. And then we'll come to the left. And 2. And 3. And inhale and exhale. And 5. And 6. And coming back center, little child's pose. Take this into some opposite arm and leg marking. So we're working on balance. We're working the core, front and back side of the body. Belly button is in here. Let's take that left foot out, pressing back to that big toe and pinky toe mound. Let your left hip drop slightly so the pelvis becomes more even. And you just want a little bit of a softness here. We don't want these to be locked elbows. Good. So I'm getting a stretch now in the back of that left leg. And we'll come back up. You can have a toe, a little hover. Careful not to take it too high. See how my back dips there? You want to keep that belly button in. Good. Right arm's going to come forward. And we're holding. We're breathing. Breathing. Press out of the shoulder if you're starting to hang in it. And we'll take that down. Going to the other side. Right foot comes back, pressing back through that right heel. Dropping that right hip slightly. And once you're ready, we'll come back forward. Good. Lift to where you can lift. Left arm will come forward. Good. Find your balance. This is my harder side, so I have to really concentrate here. Don't forget to breathe. Belly button is in. And we'll take that down. We're going to take this into some marching here, marching. So opposite arm, opposite leg marching. So when you're ready, left leg back, right arm forward, and other side. And switch. And switch. And switch. And squeeze the glute, squeeze the back of that shoulder. And reach. And down. And one more time. And taking it down. Good. Find a child's pose and decompress. Let's come onto our back. Onto our back, we're going to come supine. Supine. Now, while we're down here, have your ring close by. We're going to be adding this in here in a moment. Good. So as you come down, make any little adjustments here that you need. Maybe you need to pull up the pants, pull down a shirt, something like that. Good. Just kind of find a nice constructive rest pose here. So hip, knees, and toes are going to track in this alignment. We're not too close or too far away. And arms can be anywhere that you feel good with them being. So they could be out here. They can be out here. I'm going to take mine out here just so you can see better what I'm doing. We're going to go into some pelvic tilting. So I'm zipping up nice and tight. So my belly button is into the spine. And we're going to rock forward. So I'm taking the pelvis forward. Maybe I have more of an arch here, but not so much of an arch that I create pain for myself. And then I'm going to rock it back, closing that arch, really taking it in. I'm not pressing through the feet. I'm not squeezing my glutes. This is all from the abs, moving the pelvis forward and back. Just forward and back. And forward and back. And forward and back. And forward and back. Let's take this to pelvic clock. So I'm going to cue forward, back, left and right. Okay, you want this to be nice and tight and connected. If you're doing something like this, that feels good. But that's not what we're doing. So you want that core control. Okay, nice and tight. Here we go. So forward and back and forward and back. From the back Take it to the left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back, left, forward, right, back. Now go to the right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back, right, forward, left, back. Bring the knees into the chest and rock, rock, side to side. So we're going to bridge here. We're going to bridge with the ring. So this first one, we're going to hold on to the ring. So feet are going to come down. I'm going to reach that ring forward. Good. So from here, as I tilt the pelvis back, I want that articulation, rolling up bone by bone. I'm going to lift up my arms and take them back. Good. Now you may not be able to come all the way back here as me. Go where you can go. And then from here, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to get to about right over the shoulders. I'm going to start lowering down my back, slow and controlled. Let's try that again. And we're going to lift and reach. And up and rolling down. Good. Let's take this one more time. Head stays centered. Don't turn it right or left. And we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And so we're going to do this bridge 2 different ways. We're going to get into the legs now. And we'll start taking the legs inside here. Good. So you want to be right up from the ankle, but you don't want to be on the knees. So a little bit centered. Good. We'll be in parallel here. So from the hips, you're pressing into the ring. Okay, not from the knees. You want to press from the hips. Arms can be down now. Big inhale. Exhale, tilting the pelvis back, peeling up bone by bone, and reaching and lifting. And we'll lower from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and back to safe neutral. Again, rocking back through the sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, up to the mid back. And one more this way, rolling down from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, and down to the sacrum. Good. Now, while we're here, we're going to take a few little presses. So from the hips, we're going to press into that ring. There's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Second set of 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your knees in. Good. Ring comes on the inside now. Inside. Good. They might get a little tap under here. That's okay. It won't hurt anything. Good. So again, from the hip. Good. We're going to squeeze in a little bit. So inner thigh is nice and engaged. Rolling back through the sacrum, through the lumbar, through the rib cage, up to the mid back. Rolling down from the mid back, through the rib cage, through the lumbar, through the sacrum, and rocking it up, bone by bone. You're pressing shoulders in and rolling down, bone by bone. Let's do that one more time, rolling it up. Good. And rolling it out, bone by bone. Now, just like before, we're going to do some presses into this ring. 2 sets of 6. Here we go. From the hips, there's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. And when you're ready, last set. Here goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll bend in, we'll grab the ring, and just get a nice little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle side to side. So we're going to take this as 100. So you can do this a couple of different ways. If you want more inner thigh engagement for your 100, then your ring is going to be on the inside of the legs here, and you can do that in tabletop or along diagonal line. You can also do it in parallel or external rotation. Okay, if you want more outer thigh engagement, which is what I want on this one, legs are going to come on the inside. Good, you can be tabletop or long diagonal line. You can still do it from an external rotation if you choose. If you don't want to use the ring, then you can do it the traditional way with no problem. Okay, so from here, I'm in my prep position. Arms are up, zipping up, big inhale. Exhale, nod the chin. I'm going to come up. I'm going to take my legs long. I'm pumping my arms long and strong. And we inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift the chest higher, reach deeper through the arms, and take that down. Woo! Take the legs out from that ring. If you used it, put your ring aside for a moment. Let's take this into a twist. Arms out to the side, knees in tabletop position. Let those knees drop over to the right as you look to the left. Breathing, expanding that rib cage. When you're ready, head will come back to center, one leg at a time to center, taking those knees all the way over to the left, looking to the right, breathing and expanding through that rib cage. And once you're ready, good. We'll take that back into center. Good. So we're going to take this into the series of 5. Some will have a ring, some will not. So starting with single straight leg stretch. So this is one where if you feel like you've been unstable a little bit back here, staying in that neutral spine, you can put that pad underneath there for those of you that want to try it. Otherwise, knees in tabletop. Arms are up, zip up. So I'm going to find a C curve. My left hand is on my knee, my right knee, and my right hand is on that right ankle. My left leg is long and strong. So I'm pulling in, I'm reaching forward. Hips don't move, and here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and inhale, and exhale, and 6, and 7, and 8. Good, and taking that down. Single straight leg stretch. We'll take this up. Good, we'll start on the left side this time. I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna reach and pull as high as I can go, and my right leg's gonna be long and strong. I'm going to pull on the leg that I've got my grip. So I'm gonna pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 2, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 3, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 4, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 5, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 6. Don't forget to breathe. Here's 7. And 8. And bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Okay. So again, you choose. Do you want more outer thigh or do you want more inner thigh for double leg stretch? Double leg stretch. So actually, you know what? I'm going to give you different options. So again, you can be here, you're going to come in. You can be on the inside, come in. Or if you want to give your legs a little bit of a break right now, hold on to this and you can follow me. So I'm going to come up. And so I'm really want to reach over my legs here. I don't want this to straight. Okay. And then we'll come that way. So whenever you're ready, knees into the chest, prep your ring. If you're going to use it in the way that you want it. Good. And then from here, we're going to lift up. Good. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And bring that down. That's short little break. Good. Now, double straight leg stretch. Again, you can do outer thigh, legs will be inside, inner thigh, legs will be on the outside. I'm going to do inner thigh on this one. Good. I'm right here. My legs are inside. You can be parallel or externally rotated. You choose where you want to be. Upper body can be grounded or lifted in C curve for maximum challenge, which is where I'm going to come here. 6 times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. In 3, and 4, 5, and 6. And we'll bring that down and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Going in a crisscross, we'll put the ring to the side. Good. Hands will come behind the head. Remember, you're leading with the shoulder, not with the elbow. So we're not coming up and taking the elbow here. Elbow stays wide. The legs are the same as they were for single leg stretch. Hips do not rock or move. This is all from the torso. So from here, when you're ready, I'm going to up and come to the right and switch and 2 and switch and 3 and switch and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and 6 and 7 and 8 and taking that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. If you would like to roll like a ball, you can come up and do that. Otherwise, roll over to your side and come to a seat. I'm going to come up. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And you're finding that balance. Maybe you can go right into a boat pose here. Maybe a little bit of a Caesar prep. You can hold on or let go. Find it where you want to find it. Zipping up that front body, breathing, and we'll take that down. All right, let's take the legs forward here. Good. So I've got my legs as wide as my mat. I'm going to grab my ring, and we're going to take this into spine stretch forward. Spine stretch forward. So I'm going to reach right here. I've got a little bit of pressure into the ring, and I'm going to peel off an imaginary wall here. So big inhale, exhale. I'm going to nod. Belly button is in. I'm reaching, I'm reaching, I'm reaching, I'm reaching. From this reach, maybe you can come up and extend, and then maybe round, stacking, bone by bone. Let's do that 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, nodding that down. Good. Peeling off bone by bone, reaching. Good. Find your length. Find your round. Stacking, bone by bone. We'll add on this time with a little bit of a press. So you want this at a little bit more of an angle here. Meaty part of the hand is going to hold it. Big inhale, exhale, nodding, rolling, rolling, rolling. And once you can do no more, find your length. Press 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And round. And coming all the way back up. One more time. Inhale, exhale, nodding, scooping, peeling off bone by bone, that imaginary wall. Good. Find the length and press. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And rounding and coming all the way back up. Keeping the ring, bend the knees. You can keep your whole foot down here, or you can come up on the heels. I'm going to be on the heels. We're going to take this with a Russian twist. So from here, nice long back. I'm going to come back. Good. And then from here, and just a little bit of pressure. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Come back up and reach. We're going to add on with pulses this time. So coming back. Good. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, center. 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 Coming up and coming forward. And maybe if you can't reach your feet, kind of use that ring as a little bit of a stretching tool. Speaking of a stretching tool, let's come onto our back. We're going to use this as a stretching tool. So from here, go make any adjustments that you need. I'm going to start with the right foot into my ring. So I've got the ball of the foot there on one handle, and I'm holding at the other. This other knee can stay bent, or it can be long. Just kind of take it where you need to take it. Good. And then you're gently going to bring this in. Now, depending on your own flexibility, you do want the upper body grounded. Maybe you could reach forearms in here. Some of you might not be able to do that. I've got my toes more towards my face, my heel more towards the ceiling. And I've got a micro bend in this knee. Good. Nice long stretch. And when you're ready, good, we'll back off. So different things for different people. You can hold on here and take it out. I'm going to do that first. Kind of see where I am today. Kind of wiggle around, find your best spot. And then some of you might be able to stick the forearm in there. Some of you will not be able to do that. Go where you can go. Breathe and expand. Your left hip is grounded, and I'm reaching through that left thigh. Always a nice day for a stretch. When you're ready, good, we'll take that back up. Good. And we'll arc over. So just kind of wiggle around here, find your best spot. You can have a longer leg or a bend in the knee. It just kind of depends on how it feels out here. It's okay for this hip to come up a little bit. And when you're ready, good. We'll remove that ring. Good. Let's take this into some circles. So belly button is in nice and tight. Both hips stay grounded here. I'm going to take large ones. Feel free to take smaller ones if needed. Go where you find the control. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and reverse. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we'll do that all the way to the other side. So taking the left foot into the ring now. Ball of the foot's going to come to the handle. This knee can be bent or long. Go where you need to go. You can hold just like this. You've got the flexibility. You want to pull the forearms in there. You can do that as well. Upper body is grounded. Breathing. Feels so good to move after having about a week of not doing any movement practices at all, recovering from illness. Take things for granted until you can't do them anymore. Good. Now from here, we'll back off a little bit. I'm going to scoot out a little bit away from my wall. Good. And then when you're ready, both hips stay grounded. Your left leg's going to go out to the left. You can hold on to the ring. Maybe you can take the forearm under there. Just kind of depends on where you are. And a big breath. Breathing is so important to stretching. Feel like you have to hold your breath in a stretch. You might be too deep into that stretch. Once you're ready, good. We'll take that back to center. Good. And then we're just going to arc it over. So again, you know, this left hip can come off of here just a little bit. We don't want it to come off too much. And let's want that outer hip, outer thigh stretch. Once you're ready, good. We'll remove the ring. We'll take this into the circles. So from here, good. And you might have a slightly different size circle on this side than the other side, based on where your control is. But if you did bigger circles to the other side, try to do bigger circles on this side. Same thing with smaller ones, just so that you train even, or as even as possible. So here we go. We're going to go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, whoops, and 1. And then we'll reverse. 1, 2. So this is sneaky core work. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. And bring in both knees here. Good. Now we're going to grab that ring. We're going to go into a Pilates reformer inspired series here. So we're going to do this legs inside and outside. Let's start on the outside first. Good. And we'll do this one in the external rotation. So hip, knees, and toes are going to turn away. From the hips and the inner thigh, we'll press into that ring. So again, you can have that little pad under here if you need it. You can also sit on your hands a little bit here if you need it. If not, you can come here. You just don't want the pelvis rocking back and forth. You want it to be nice and neutral. So from here, rolling shoulders back. Good. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Starting from here, and we're going to bend and stretch. Bend and stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bend it in. Remove the ring. Give it a little bit of a break. And so then from here, now we're going to take the legs on the inside. Inside. We'll do parallel here. So toes, knees, and hips are going to face the ceiling. Again, set your arms, your hands up where you're going to go. Good. So pressing into the ring from the outside of the hip. Good. And so when you're ready, here we go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And bend. And stretch. And bend. And stretch. And bend. And stretch. and bend and stretch and bend and stretch. And one more, and bend and stretch. Good. Bend in the knees. Remove that ring. We're going to give the ring a little bit of a break here. We're going to come to a little bit of a side series. So you can go ahead and roll over to your side. I'm going to start on my right side first because that's what fits me towards the camera. So you can certainly be up here, shoulder away from the ear. We don't want this. You can be up on the elbow here. You can be here. You can be here. I'm going to be here today, I think. Good. And then there's a couple things you can do here. This long leg parallel stack is going to be harder. Bending the bottom knee is going to be a little bit easier. Make sure you're on the hip bone and not back here on the glute. Okay. So you should feel like if your hand's not here, that you're going to fall forward if you're in the right place. Okay. So from here, I'm going to have a little point, and 6 times we're going to lift and slow and squeeze and slow and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Take it into a circle, tiny circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, reverse, 6, 5, use your abs to stabilize the pelvis. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flex that foot. Good. Coming forward. Pull, pull, point, squeeze the glute coming back. Careful not to take the hip forward here. Find that control. Pull, pull, point. Good. 2 more times. Pull, pull, point and take it back. Pull, pull, point and take it back. Bend that knee, grab that ankle, take the hips forward, push that foot back behind you, get that nice quad stretch. When you're ready, we're going to come onto our belly, onto the belly. Grab your ring. We're going to do some lat pulls. This is one of my favorite exercises with the ring. So you don't want to start from down here. Okay, so you want to be able to lift yourself up enough to where you can have your hands here and not press into the circle. Legs are hip width apart. Good. We're lifting up from the shoulders. Press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right. Now this next one can be tricky with the ring, but we're going to attempt it too. I'm going to also show you the non-ring version. So if the ring messes you up or whatever, you can just get rid of it. So we're going to bend the knees. And knees are going to come as wide as your mat. Feet are in flexion, so the feet are flat towards the ceiling. And I'm going to tuck my heels together. So I'm in a V, okay? So what this is going to look like here, we'll take the upper body down a little bit. You're going to squeeze the glutes as you lift the feet straight up to the ceiling, okay? That's the non-ring version. Those of you that want to try it with the ring, good. We're going to take the ring on the inside so the heels won't touch. Good. But you're still turned out. And then from here, good. Belly button is in. Good. Squeeze and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Woo! Now, if your heels are together, what you're going to do is you're going to squeeze the knees together here to get this, and then take the knees back out. Those of you that have the ring, you're going to press into the ring. So 6 times. We've got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Grab that ring. Take that ring forward. We're going to use it as a kick forward here. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle those hips. Good. So we're gonna swim. It's gonna be a lower body swim. Remember, this is your kickboard. So zipping up that front body. Good. Lift. And here we go. Good. Try not to rock side to side. And we've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Take that down, hands under the shoulders, press back, child's pose. And once you're ready, good. Now we're going to put that ring out of the way, and we're going to get side series on the other side. So try to set yourself up here the same way that you did it before. So I did it this way with my hand, and I did it with long legs on this side, but I'm going to try to do that again so I train evenly. Belly button is in. Good. From here, when you're ready, 6 times. We're going to lift 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Circles. Here's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Kick just 4 times. Flex that foot. Pulse, pulse, point, take it back. Flex, pulse, pulse, point, and take it back. 2 more. Flex, pulse, pulse, point, and take it back. Flex, pulse, pulse, point, and take it back. I'm going to bend that knee, grab my ankle, hips forward, foot comes back. Woo. A really good stretch happening there. Hope it is for you. And once you're ready, good. We're going to release. Good. We're going to take this into a plank, and we're going to kind of start where we started before with the plank. But this time, I'm going to have my legs on the inside. Good. So we're going to kind of take this into a roll down plank. Okay. So we're going to come a little bit wider here. We've got this nice engagement. Arms up. Big inhale. Exhale. We're diving over that beach ball. Good. We're coming out. Good. Find the plank. Good. Reach. Reach long with that body. Good. From here, when you're ready, maybe just a little bit of a bend and a reach. Bend and lengthen. Bend and lengthen. Oh, hips are feeling it. Bend and lengthen. Woo. I'm still holding my plank. Try not to collapse to the shoulders. And when you're ready, good. We'll take those knees down, moving that ring out of the way. Coming to a seat. We're going to take this into mermaid, and then we'll be all done. Yay? Okay. So feet can come to one side. This happens to be my right side. Or you can take this into a Z position. Good. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, taking it over. Reaching all the way over. Really find a nice long line from the fingertips all the way to the hip. And like an oppositional reach. Arm comes up, reaching up. Counter stretch towards your feet. Reaching. We'll do that again. We'll add a rotation on this time. So taking it over. Reaching. Find your length first. And then find your rotation. Opening up. Arm comes up. And we'll counter stretch towards the feet. and coming up here. Good. We're going to switch. So feet come over here. We're finding your Z position, finding how you need to sit. Big inhale and reach. Exhale, taking that over. Again, find that nice long oppositional stretch from fingertips to the hip. And then coming up, counter stretch over, reaching. And we'll take that again. We'll take it into rotation this time, taking it over and reach. And we'll rotate. So we're rotating with length. Opening up to the side. We'll come up. We'll counter stretch over. And coming back center. Way to go. You made it through this mat work class with the ring. I hope you had a great experience here. Maybe you like the ring, maybe you don't. Sometimes I have mixed feelings about it, but I hope that you got a good workout nonetheless and hope to see you again really soon. Thank you so much.